This will be a pretty straight to the point Bitcoin technical analysis because I want to just really talk about my healthy respect that I have for the Bitcoin charts right now and just for crypto in general. And a lot of this video will probably be discussing kind of the potential for downside, but I just really want to point something out that's just very much on my mind. This applies to Bitcoin charts. It applies to all of the altcoin markets, obviously, and it just generally applies to this entire crypto cycle. So hit the subscribe, smash the like button. Your support, everybody, it means a ton to me. So thank you if you're here. And let's just jump into the Bitcoin video. Again, I'm going to make this very simple, but it's just something that's on my mind. Here's the formation. Here's what's going on with Bitcoin. It's been cooling down since all the way back here, right? Just this swing high, it was overextended. If we bring up this Lux algo indicator, you can just see this reversal zone in red. When it gets there, it's a good sign that maybe Bitcoin won't crash, but it's going to form some type of consolidation, some type of structure. That happened. Now we're in the structure. And from a technical analysis move, there's a symmetrical triangle, broke to the downside. There's a story to be told for upside, for bullish potential for Bitcoin. And I'll talk about that in this video. But when I look at what's happening here, you have the 20-day crossing below the 50-day right now. And if I zoom out, I just want to zoom out. And I did a video on this the other day because there's one key difference in what I'm about to say. But this is why I say I have a healthy respect, just a caution that is just there at a very surface level in my mind. Because when we zoom out, this is the healthy respect is because on this daily, you can just see the move, this crazy move to the upside. And then right now, the 20-day crossing below the 50. If we do look at the last cycle, there's a 20-day crossing below the 50. Here's the 20-day crossing below the 50. That's where my healthy respect lies. It's just in the fact that maybe we're not entering a bear market, okay? That's not what it is. But it's very much found in the fact that this move, this overextension move that Bitcoin has been, crypto markets in general, Bitcoin broke all-time high before the halving. That's a lot. That's the first time that's ever happened. So what is very much in play, I'm not saying is a bear market, but what is very much in play is just a little bit of a longer term, midterm type of consolidation. And with that, might not just be sideways and a really beautiful looking consolidation pattern. It could be down. It could be downside. And so if we go and we look at the chart now, this is what the daily chart looks like. And then if we actually go, I wanted to bring up March 2017 because if we zoom out on the daily chart, right, here's this cycle. There's our bull market doors. And I talked about this in a video the other day. There's the last cycle bull market doors, Bitcoin breaking the bull market doors after the Bitcoin halving, that line that you see there. And then here's 2017, March 2017. Want to point something out. Bitcoin, this was after the halving, by the way, which even the move that I'm looking at in 2017 happened months after the halving. So that plays even more into the case that Bitcoin very much could put in a similar consolidation because Bitcoin broke all-time high before the halving this cycle. But here's a move in 2017. Check it out. That 20-day moving average is falling below the 50-day moving average right there, right at this all-time high level. And what did Bitcoin do? It pretty much retraced down to the 200-day moving average. It retraced to the bull market doors that you see there. And then it very quickly bounced to the upside. So what I want to point out a couple things on this move, and then we're going to look at the daily chart now, and we're going to start talking about what to anticipate. So first things first, I just want to point out when it did bottom and finally reversed right here and then continued into the bull market after that very big dip, and it's a big dip. If we measure this dip from that like swing high there to swing low, it's like a 33% dip for Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the RSI did not get oversold. You can see it right here, but it got very close to oversold. So it cooled down, and it cooled down quite quickly. Now, the other thing I want to mention is this. If you study and look at the moving averages, because here's the move, 20-day falling below the 50 right there. Look what Bitcoin did, and this is a key thing. Bitcoin fell obviously below those moving averages, just above the 200, but that move back above the 20 and 50, that was key. And it's always key. Those moving averages are such a crucial indicator in finding the bullish confirmation, the reversal switch, the reversal shift. And Bitcoin is there right now on the daily chart. So my question, and this is where my healthy fear comes into play, is this. Not saying we're entering a bear market at all. I think the bull market is like just beginning in a very different way this cycle for the first time. But is there room for just one more swing low on the RSI to get at a very similar level that we saw in 2017? Doesn't have to be oversold down here, but one more swing low. And then the other question is, along that journey, right? Does Bitcoin, is it because Bitcoin fails to do what Bitcoin did back in 2017, get back above those moving averages, right? You can see after this 20-day crossing the 50, this first test at the moving average area right there, just key technical analysis resistance. Bitcoin failed, and we're coming down now. It could test it again, and we break it. That's the move we want to see. That could very much disqualify the move to the target of around the lower 50s to mid 50. It's not even that crazy, but if we measure it as a total from all-time high so far to a target like that, we're looking at around 30%. That's a move similar to what happened back in that last 2017 cycle. It's in play. That's where my healthy respect, I shouldn't say fear, healthy respect comes into play. And if we look at this move in 2017, that's very similar, right? We're talking coming all the way down to a target like that, just above the 200-day moving average. If that played out, it's playing out very close to the Bitcoin halving. Back in 2017, this was playing out, you see this, months after the Bitcoin halving. That gives a sense of how bullish Bitcoin is while I'm discussing downside. And this is why, for me, everybody, when I look at these charts, yeah, I have a healthy respect for Bitcoin on the shorter term, but I'm so bullish on crypto right now, and it all has to do with when I zoom out on a Bitcoin chart. This is what the Bitcoin chart zoomed out looks like. And you can just see we are testing this area that normally doesn't happen this early. And if we actually we're talking about the 2017 move in March 2017, that's what we were just looking at on the daily right here. Look at even the similarities in the consolidation on the monthly. Bitcoin back then was overbought, and it took a second. It took a breather. And then that's when the real bull market really began. And check it out. Such a similar move on the RSI right now, on the monthly. I think we're just getting started. That doesn't mean this move on the zoomed in is over. And it doesn't mean we might not go lower. In terms of downside, if we're going to hit a target, I don't know what the time frame might look like, but we could be looking at another almost 20% move to the downside for Bitcoin. That'd be very volatile for crypto markets. A lot of people, I think, will be saying that we're entering the bear market. That bull market was over. And I'm going to be over here saying, I don't think so. I think this is a normal consolidation that demands, again, some respect and healthy respect, but I think we'll be going higher. So I wanted just to give that sense, because this is where my head's at right now, watching these markets. And I'm a little bit like, doing content right now is weird because I'm just waiting, right? I'm waiting even on the short term to see if we can test these moving averages, what happens there if it does, or if Bitcoin can just fall just a little bit to like $60,000, test this upper trend line, just test a key area. Right now it's just like hanging out, and I'm just waiting to see what Bitcoin does. So the market's right now a little boring for me, but at the same time on the zoomed out, kind of getting exciting as this story plays out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you have a good start to your weekend. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.